And when they thought it couldn't get any better, it does. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of PIM, Partners in Marriage. I'm your co-host, John Godbolt.
And I'm Vertel Godbolt.
And it's good to have you with us as we are sharing with you ideas, thoughts, and concepts that we have gone through, shared with others in marriages, in our counseling sessions. I don't know how many years we've been counseling people. What do you think? Maybe 40?
Probably.
Yeah, about 40 years of professionally, if you call it professional, anything is, we're all learning, but certainly 37, 8, 9 years we've been really at it with our PIM, Partners in Marriage. And we want you to know that we created a book, and this book is a learning, a process. It's called A Happy Marriage. In there, we've got something called the guiding principles. They're core values. And what they are is the road, right and left noise makers when you get off your track of the path that you're on. You know, if you're driving down the highway and you're headed to a location, if you move too far to the right, you hear this, meaning you're just about to get off the highway. If you move too far to the left, you hear boom, 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 boom. You're hitting those reflectors, which means you're moving too far to the left and you may run into somebody. So what guiding principles are the values that you and your spouse decide. This is what makes us a family, makes us a team, it makes us successful. So you're going to share with others about our core values, right?
Yes, and what I think about core values is everybody's does not have to be the same.
Exactly.
Because the dynamics are different for each family, actually. You know, it might be someone who is has been married before, someone who already had children and never been married before. So, you know, the dynamics are different. So you choose your own core values. So what is important to you? So when we were talking about core values early in marriage, our first one was our home will always be a safe place. That when something happens, that you can be beat up outside and from on your job, in your occupation, in school, wherever. But when you get home, you should always feel, we want to feel that it is a safe place. Yeah. And not just that, but it's safe to share my heart with my spouse.
Yeah, there's nothing better than knowing that if I can't find peace anyplace else, I'm going to find it at home.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, this is no joke. Being with you, married to you, and a friend, and we talked about that before, and knowing I could go home and just say, oh, thank you, Lord. I got away from all those other arrows that have been shot at me, people talking about, but when I get home, I'm good. Okay?
Exactly.
Let's go on to the next one, because we got so much. We got to tell folk how to get there, too.
Yes,
but go ahead.
And the second one, we said we will communicate clearly and effectively.
Yes.
So we gotta say it to each other, and then maybe ask them to repeat what was said, so that you will know that it was clear. And then the second part is got to be effective.
Yeah.
Because you can say something the wrong way, and that makes it ineffective.
Yeah, communication is so important. I mean,
it is.
I'm trying to think something I did the other day, and I was taking the car to have it repaired.
Yes.
I said, and you know that we are going to work out. We're going to work out. I'm taking the car to get it repaired. I said to you, I'm taking the car there. I thought I said I'm going to walk from there so I can get some steps in to the gym. I walk to the gym, and I get this call from you saying, I'm here. And I'm thinking, she's here where?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't tell her to go to the gym. I'll meet you at the gym. So you come to the place where the car's being repaired because the communication was not clear. Now, of course, my wife really loves Jesus and she loves me. She did not go off. Let me get that clear. She did not go off and say, bling, 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 bling. No, she said, we laughed. I said, I'm so sorry. I thought I said that, but I didn't. So communication is really important. Clear, concise, enforceable, communicating the effort to make sure I understand
Exactly.
and repeat it back. Number 3, what you got?
And in your defense, you said that the day before that you were going to walk. But when I asked you that morning and you were getting ready to go out the door, you didn't say that. I said, oh, he wants me to pick him up, because you didn't say that. So
And simple things like that, but they're so
Yes.
important. Can you imagine something like that? If we have been building with some miscommunication over and over, it would have been one of these statements we said earlier. You always.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Number 3.
And number 3 is we only have four core values. Number 3 is that we will honor the vows that we made with God, each other, and our bodies.
Yeah.
And then we try to do that because you know all the stuff that you say when you're getting married, all the vows that the preacher asks you to say to each other, and you commit and you say I will, I do, and all of that.
If you remember I don't know if folks remember what they said or not. That's what I told you. I want you all excited about who's coming down the aisle and how cute they sing. When all this is over, sit down and just listen to what I said on these vows. Just sit down and listen to that.
Yes.
Because we make all these promises.
Yes, we do.
At the altar.
Yeah. And that's making them before God as well.
Yes, that's right.
And then we're making them to each other.
Right.
And then our bodies, what I get out of that is that I'm going to try to stay as healthy as I can.
Bingo.
I'm going to take my vitamins. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat right, and those kind of things.
Be the best version of you can possibly be.
Exactly. So that's what we meant by that I want to be my best version before God, before each other, and for my body physically.
Yeah,
and mentally.
Yeah, the vow that we made with God was that we were going to honor you as a woman of God, as a servant of God. There's so many things that entails that's so important.
Absolutely.
But we don't have a lot of time. So let's hit the next one, our final. Now, we have 4, okay?
And our last one is that we will walk in unity as it relates to our finances, because that's a big thing in marriage, finances. Some people put their money together. They have one account, and then both of them operate out of that one. And then sometimes they have an account with the spouse name on it, and they pay certain. And then I have an account, and your name is on it, but I pay certain. So it's just we will walk in unity, however it is, as it relates to our finances.
Now, here's the key. We recommend that you have no less than 3, but no more than 5 of these core values. And you have to be able to sit down and discuss them. What we like for couples to do, even in our workshops, that's how we start them off, spending probably the first couple of hours making sure we can break down what this means. How does this look as far as where you want to go with your marriage? Then you take this information, and then she sits down and writes down what she wants. He writes down what he wants. And then they sit there and come together and see what they have similar. Circle those, and the one that seem maybe different, let's discuss those and see if we can come up with the right combination that gives us what we both want. No less than 3, no more than 5. And then when you sit down and start writing these guiding principles out, what we did, we had a ceremony. So we actually wrote them out, had a picture, framed it, but we signed it.
Yes.
Yeah, our picture, and we signed it to say this is what we really believe is important to us. And I recommend this because as families, we need to be committed to this thing more than just from the fact of coming down the aisle and saying I do.
Yes. And I know one of the things that I've done is I put a picture of it and the certificate with our picture in it, and I put it in my prayer closet. So I go in there and I pray, over that. I pray over your body. I pray over your finances. I pray over your communication, all of it, so that our home will stay a safe place.
If you want to know how to do this, you can contact us. We'll share it with you. And if you want to do a workshop, have us to come and do a workshop at your church or business, bring other couples in. We'll do that as well. Time is gone. Go to the website, partnersinmarriage.com. And remember, marriage is not a destination. It's a journey of love.